Hello everybody and welcome back to Hobby Time. So today we have a treat for not only us but for you guys as well. So before we get into the treat, I want to go over it with what we did last night. So we've made some improvements to our 55-gallon tank here. We've added some extra rocks, some dragon rocks, we've added a couple pieces of wood, and we also added some large caves. Biggest thing though is we got a free canister filter. So in addition to our sponge filters, because we run sponge filters on all of our tanks, we also implemented this canister filter because this tank seems to have a lot of issues with nitrates and maybe not proper filtration, and we think the reason for that is specifically just because it's a long tank, so having a sponge filter in each corner isn't really doing it justice. We threw another sponge filter in the middle and it's seen some improvements but not quite. So with the sponge filters and the canister filter, we're hoping that this tank is just our most filtered tank, which brings us to what we are going to put in this tank. So there's not really anything in this tank. I think there's two bronze and green cories and then two short fin plecos, and that's about it. But we're probably going to get rid of those short fin plecos, put them in another tank, because we got our new prized jewel right here. So we're going to open this up and see what we got. Alright, so let's open this up and see what we got. So we ordered these from a company called Jack Wattley Discus. Never ordered from them before, but after talking to them, they seemed like a really good service, so we figured we'd try them. They were also the only ones that had this kind of plecostomus. So this kind of pleco is something my wife and I have wanted for quite some time because they just look absolutely gorgeous, and we want to eventually breed these things. Come on. Oh, that is really taped together. Okay. So the goal is to eventually breed these things, but we didn't order any that were of size to breed yet because they were completely sold out of those sizes. Obviously, because they're super freaking gorgeous and everybody wants them. But what we ordered is called the Blue Phantom Plecos. Open these up so that way you guys can see them. Obviously, we're going to drip acclimate them before we put them in the tank. But let's see what these guys look like. So it's kind of hard to tell, but a little smaller than I expected to. Yeah, they look pretty cool. We're gonna let them float in the water for a little bit, maybe an hour or two, and then start acclimating them to the actual pH of the water. Alright, so these have been warming up in the water for a couple hours now, so we're gonna take them out. We're gonna start acclimating them to the actual pH of the water. So I figure the best idea would be to take them out of the bags and put them in a container, and then just slowly start incorporating some water to the container. Probably about a cup every 15 minutes or so until they get used to the pH, and then we can dump them in. So this company actually triple bags, as you saw a little bit earlier. We tore open one bag that they were both in, this big one over here, and they are double bagged at this point just to ensure that there's no leaks. Alright, so I'm just going to slowly put them in this container. Come on, guy, get out. Alright, so it's quite a bit of water, so I'm just going to dump some of this water out before I put the other 3 in. There's a total of 6. And they can go in just like this. Come on, guy. They really love the inside of the bag, they do. Come on, get out. Come on, get out. There we go. And that's all 6 of them. Alright, every 15 minutes, just do 1 cup of pink water. And that'll get them used to the pH. They're used to the temperature now. Just got to get them used to the pH before we stick them into the big tank, just so we don't shock them. Alrighty, they've been acclimating every 15 minutes, 1 little glass of water, and I'm just using a little mason jar of water as a measurement. And I keep taking the water out, so they're pretty much fully acclimated. Let's go ahead and get them into their new home. So you never want to leave or put the water in your aquarium wherever they came from if you don't 100% know it's good to go, which I assume it is, but you'll never know. So I'm gonna dump these guys out into a net and then put the net in the tank. So hopefully I can do this one-handed, but oh, get out. Get out, guys. Got 1 more that needs to get out. There we go. So that is all 6 of them. Let's go ahead and get them in the tank. And there we go. They're in their new environment. Oh, that's an old one. It's a Blue Phantom. Yeah, these are gonna be cool. Alright, so they are going to be spending a little bit of time adapting to their new environment in their new tank. Hopefully it doesn't take too long and they get comfortable rather quick. A couple of them are a little black in coloration compared to blue, but that could just be because they were in transit for 36 hours and just need a little bit of time to relax, de-stress, liven up. But all of them look very pretty, even the ones that are a little dull. They're not as big as I had thought they were going to be. I ordered them to be 3 to 4 inches, and some of them are like barely 2 inches long. But that's fine. That just means it's going to be a little longer until we are able to breed them. I would say probably about 6 months is when they might be breeding capable. Maybe 6 to 9, somewhere around there. But this is the L128 Blue Phantom Pleco, and yeah. Got 6 of them in here now, and hopefully they will all survive and they will grow up, be big, and we can start seeing some Blue Phantom babies out of them. So Like I said, this is my wife and I's like dream fish ever since we entered into the aquarium hobby. We wanted to work our way up to this. We didn't want to just drop the money on one of these right away, so we worked our way up to it and pulled the trigger, and now we're here. So expect to see a bunch of Blue Phantom videos on this channel, because looking around, there's not that many Blue Phantom videos out there. So yeah, expect to see a bunch of videos regarding this little guy over here, and I will see you soon. Peace.